My name is Chance Jessup, and we are doing 9.1 circles and parabolas. So there's a circle right there next to the circle, parabola right there. Chance Jessup, 9.1. Yep, here we go. Alright, so this is an important definition you're going to need to know. Conic section, probably going to be on the final. We'll see. A conic section is a figure formed by the intersection of a plane and a right circular cone. So you're probably wondering, like, what does that mean? Yeah, this is what that means basically. It's just like a cone, and it has like everything in it really. So it's like all the different things you could kind of make with, like, this different sizes circles, like how you could fit them in, I guess. So like a hyperbola is like really wide. A parabola is like, kind of skinnier. An ellipse, like, you have to kind of get in there diagonally, like, so that's why it's an ellipse. And then a circle is like just a 360 degrees, fits all in there real nice. And yeah, just take a look at that, take it all in. Alright, so graphing a circle, this is the easy one. Parabolas, not so much. Okay, but let's focus on this right now. So, r squared, radius, and this one's an easy one. This one is just 0, 0, because there's no h or k. So, this, if you ever see anything like this, you're in luck, because all you gotta figure out's the radius, and you're chilling. And then this one is a little more complicated, but really it's not that hard. Like, it's just h and k. So, like, as this is like, I don't know, for example, if this was like 2, this would just be minus 2. And if this was, if the x was 2, then this would be minus 2. And then if the y was 3, then it would be minus 3, It's just the opposite. Yep, and here's an example. So 5. So I made sure it was adding 5, so you gotta do the opposite. So you go backwards 5, and then you add 3 because it's minus 3. You do the opposite. Then that's how you find the center, as you can see right there, -5, 3. And to find the radius, you just gotta take the square root in this case. So you just take the square root of 16 and it's 4, and then the radius is just 4. Pretty nice. And yeah, that's how you graph it. Not too bad. Alright, graphing parabolas. So, you want to graph a parabola, it's going to take a lot more work than a circle. It's kind of a bummer. What are you going to do? So, it's pretty easy though, once you get the hang of it. Y equals ax squared plus bx plus c. And, yep. So here's an example. Y equals 2x squared plus 4x plus 8. So a would be 2 in this. And then b would be 4. And c would be 8. And so the first step to what you should probably do is find the vertex. And what you do is plug this, or you basically do this right here. And so I did it right there. Multiplied, so I multiplied 2 by 2, which got me 4. And then I used -4 because it's negative b, and that's 4. So and it came out to be -1. And then what you got to do to find y is you got to plug that in. And then if you plug that in, it'll all work out, and you'll get 6. So -1, 6. And that's how you find the vertex, where it starts. And then, if you want to do an easy one, you just plug in 0. And then you just get 8, because that's the only really thing that'll be left over. And then you do the same, and then you just do it backwards. So you subtract 1 on x, and then you put in 8, because parabolas are symmetrical, so that's pretty easy. And then you get the general idea of what it's going to do and where it's going to do it. And that's how you find the parabola and graph it. Alright, so here are some examples. Yep, here we go. So 2x squared. So in this, like, it's pretty easy. This is like a really easy example. So you just plug them in, and you plug in 0, 0, 0. There's nothing really being added here to. So if you just plug in 0, you'll find the origin vertex because there's no B or C. And then you just plug in 1, and then you'll get 2. And then you plug in -1, you'll get the same thing. Then there's the general graph. And then this one is a circle. So the radius is 2. And then you just gotta graph the h and the k. So that would be 2 and 1. I guess I'm drawing it right now because I didn't do this earlier. So let's do 1, 2. Then you do mine +1. So the center would be right there. Then you do 1, 2, 1, 2. You do 1 here. And that's how you. So then you just do the radius all around. And that's how you get your circle. That's a really bad circle. But what are you gonna do? And yep, that's my presentation. And here's the quiz. And I don't know. Ignore the bottom part. Just ignore that. And yeah, just solve and make me proud.